We human beings run there, one here and there. But I am announcing to you, Dr. John AKIN Fayemi will run for the presidency. There's no masquerading it. You know the meaning of masquerade. I'm unveiling it now. I'm opening it. He will run, and we are there for him, and God is there for him. In the party, he will take the ticket of this party. You see, all the I'm not saying noise. Some people are making whether they will support South. There's APC. I'm not talking about that party. APC will focus here, South. And when we are talking of South, it's Southwest. That is where the strongest zone of APC lies. So God did not direct you to pick good. God did not direct anybody to pick bad. He just told us good, bad. The choice is yours. The Southeast, they know where their apple is. The apple of Southeast is in the PDP. APC will not say anybody from the Southeast do not contest. No. Even with the announcement of zoning to the South,
the Northerner will still contest. Interesting.
But within the milieu of APC, we know where we are going. So nobody is disturbing anybody from contesting. So nobody is disturbing the Southeast from contesting. Let them bring their own person or persons and see where the pendulum swings. So we are fighting a guerrilla war. People that are insiders, even across the populace, civilians, military, there are insiders who are the agent provocateurs, who are causing some of these problems. You understand? So, and the government of Buhari is not happy that this thing is happening, but there is a lot of sabotage. So what I'm saying in the essence is that nobody is happy. Nobody is happy.
All right, still on the national issue.
And I know that government, even recently, even as recent as yesterday, the National Assembly came up with some way forward. And I think everyone has taken up the idea that we should not leave it for the president alone. We are others. There was a time when I was in university, when they are talking of the conference of vice chancellors, only 6 of them. Only 6 vice chancellors. There was no private university. There was no state university.
No mass production of graduates.
You understand? So now when I was in the university, our graduating set of 4 faculties are different. We were less than 300. We'll get job now. We should understand there will be challenges. But let me go back to my answer. The answer is this. Since independence, there is no government that has focused on youth development than this.
You mean the president administration?
The president administration.
Under President Muhammad?
Yes. Look at all these youth programs. All these youth programs. Youth in agriculture, youth down this, youth. But our boys are looking for already baked bread.
Even the girls.
And I mean, our youth. Let us come together. If any of them wants to play politics, let him come out. Let him come out. Then let us go entrepreneurship. Not every one of us can get a white collar jobs, but no youth is deserving to be hungry.
No youth
is deserving to be hungry. No youth is deserving to be jobless. But joblessness is equated to having a government job. No, that's not it.
Dr. Fayemi, a progressive governor, well known over Nigeria and across the country. He's a performer. The standard is capable of moving to a higher level in terms of service delivery. It has never experienced a kind of developmental stride. The back of Fayemi, the airport project is ongoing. The Ado road is ongoing. He has put a lot of schools in place, like honoring our heroes, like David Okem, Baba Paswan, Baba there are about 3 or 4 of our David Akitoye, there is Senator Akitoye from Ado, and Baba Fasami. He has put in place a kind of a more class secondary school, naming after them. Wow, this will be fitting. The water situation has been completed. There's a water compression complex, and a lot of projects. There are about 5 roads going on simultaneously. And you know, the only part of a good product. This social intervention scheme, that was we named it during the first term, and interestingly, the federal government has brought into that idea, and they are doing well in that, and our people are benefiting enormously on this. So the road abandoned by the former ministry government, that's doing the road, it's under construction, and there are others. The traditional ruler office is there, and name it. So to me, Dr. Fayemi, aside from being a governor, is number 1, and as number 1 governor in Nigeria, has really performed. And hopefully, we are even eager to see that we move to the next step, and by the grace of God.
It has been a long journey, and I will speak specifically about our AC, ACN, up to APC. And it has been rough, but to God be the glory, we are in government today. And the first time of Fayemi was eye-opener, and to God be the glory, we are consolidating on what he has done during his first term. And it is there to testify to all these things. And JKF is known for infrastructural development. He is an intelligent, cool, calm, and brilliant governor. No wonder he's the first governor in Nigeria. And he has been performing that duty creditably. You cannot really fault him. He is good, he's ready to listen, and he loves Ekiti with passion. What brought him to politics, you can see that he was an activist. He also liked to improve the lot of his people.
When you are in a system, you look up to those that are leading the system. Here in Ekiti State, we are lucky to have had a good governor, a governor that knows what he wants to do before he assumed office, and that is Dr. John Fayemi. To the glory of God, those who knew what Ekiti was before he came to government will know today, by way of comparison, comparing this government with the former government that we had, you know that the values, our lost values in Ekiti, to the glory of God, under his leadership, has been almost totally restored. Today, anybody will go out and beat his chest and, you know, say that it's from Ekiti State. Unlike in those days when we were hiding our faces, we were not proud to be called an Ekiti indigene, all because the governor is a symbol of a state. Primary schools with borehole, motorized boreholes, so that the children, when they are thirsty, they can get drinkable water to drink. And some of these primary schools are provided with equipments and gadgets for the children to, you know, to play with. modern toilets, water system toilets in the primary school. And this has enhanced the enrollment of pupils in the public school. That is a landmark achievement, because majority of people had already taken their children off the public schools. But because of the renovations, because of the development, because of beautiful buildings that have been built in all these communities, the enrollment in the public school had increased tremendously. There were some schools in this local, in some communities that had closed down completely. But when you get to those places, the parents are happy that they have good schools very close to their homes, where their children can now attend school. And under this administration, there have been recruitment of quality teachers. In fact, when we assumed office, it was one of those things that the governor, told us that every local government should go and embark on agriculture, and that he wants a situation where Ekiti State will be a source of food, provider to Nigeria at large. And here, under my leadership and under the cooperation of the management of the local government, last season we cultivated 2 hectares of maize, 1 hectare of cassava, and we equally planted this watermelon.
Because the journey is not easy to go alone. But when we start the journey, we start with Jesus Christ, which we know that whoever go out with Jesus will always successful in any of doing. So what we are doing in this office, God is always with us. So far, how the Nigeria is today, we are still progressing. We are doing many things to surprise people that without nothing we can make something. So we have been trying. Since when we arrived in the office, we attend to many people, social life people we attend to. So we have many. Even though we embark on some projects, which people don't believe that the local government can embark to. So we are moving on. When we resume office, we thank Mr. Governor that he released some money to us to grace some farm road. So when we started that, we started filling some potholes in the community. After that, we know what we can do. We just embark on our Mr. Governor. Mr. Governor is always going around to search for people to develop the states. That's how we think what we can do is to move out and started searching how we can develop this community. Sir, I don't think I should tell you that when you get to Ekiti now, you know that Ekiti have get the value more than what we have before. When the Mr. Governor resumed in office, he promised many things. Now we have investing in the Ikere local government, which I believe that is part of the value. We have a College of Agric in Nation, which is part of the value, which people used to call Ekiti. Our title in Ekiti is the land of honor. Before Mountain of Knowledge, now Land of Honor. So when you get to Ekiti now, you know that we have proved that when you just enter it, you know that you enter Land of Honor. So that is it. When you see in the town now, you know that we have already recovered the loss we have lost more than 6 years ago.
In Record with Elodon is a local government site almost at the center of the state. We have about 8 boundaries of local government around us. We are good loyal people. We like visitors in our midst. There's a lot of visitors in our midst living among us. We have land. We are farmers. We are educationists, and we are good loving people. Dr. John Kayode Fayemi I describe him as a man that a man that loves his people. He loves this state and he loves Nigeria so much. He's a very hard-working man. If you work with him, you must be very hard-working. If you are not, he doesn't work with these people. He's a very hard-working person. Since he came on board 3 years ago, there's a lot of bad roads. For instance, there's a road between Omo and Isimbode, that area. That road is almost completed now. There's another road between Aramoko region, is completed. There's one between Oye, via Ishon, towards Ilejemeje side. If you drive that place, it's a super, they are all super roads. In agriculture, you see that we have so many, he has plowed so many hectares of land that people are now doing, planting rice, planting a lot of crops, and we are coming up on those ones. Let's look at the airport, the cargo airport that is ongoing now. This is one of the kinds of that has never happened in this type of area, communities. Ekiti, Ondo, Osun, Kogi. As we have seen it, I'm already endorsed it. It's my boss. If he decides to run, we follow him. If he says tomorrow, yes, my people, I'm running for the presidency, what are we waiting for? It's our boss, is the leader of the party for today in the state. And in every direction he goes, that's where we go.